Hello everybody and welcome back to Teresa's Corner. I'm Teresa and thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. And I hope you guys are having a great, I know that was too many greats, but a great weekend. So I have a little project in mind. So not that long ago I bought all these air plants and these little, I forgot the name of the wood, but I'll put it in the description. I bought that with these little globes, all this, for $20, which I thought was a fabulous price. They're just beautiful, they're healthy, and yeah, I love them. But I had too many of them, just loose, sitting like this in front of a window, right? Sorry, I just kind of watered them not that long ago. So I decided to buy this. I don't know if it's driftwood. I don't know. I bought this, and here's the tag. There's the tag. I bought it at Home Depot for $15. And I thought it would be a great idea either just set it like this on a dresser that I have and have the air plants displayed, or either drill a hole through this end here and this end here and hang it, right? Or even just tie some nice that thick jute rope, something like this but thicker, around it, and just hang it and display it in one of my guest bathroom, because it gets a lot of sunlight, right? And they need a lot of sunlight. Then I also remembered that I had these orchids here, and you guys, this is, I don't know if they were sick, I don't know. This is the second time that I buy this specific orchid, and I mean, you know, look at them, they're both dry. They're just not doing well, and I've had them for maybe like 2-3 months. If anything, they're getting worse. I've tried for an entire month, changed the media out and used just moss, and it just got worse. So then I ended up kind of creating this little greenhouse effect for an entire month, and just I had them like this, right? And this one here did get better, as you can see. It's not as wrinkled, it's not as dry anymore, or as leathery as it was before. Look at this one, right? But there's a new leaf coming through, and it still has roots, so that one's doing good. This one, it's put out some roots up here and green tips, and it's doing good, right? So I think, look at that right there, another one. So these two are the same exact orchid. So I think I'm gonna mount them on here, and I'm hoping this one does better. If not, I don't know, it's probably just gonna die. I've already tried, like I said, for like 2 different ways, and the roots just keep falling off, and I don't know. I know I won't have time to baby them, so I figured that either they make it here once I mount them, or it just dies off, which is kind of sad, but I don't know, you guys. I don't know what else to do. I figured I would try it, right? So what I'm gonna need for this are the air plants, my hot glue gun, some of my jute. I'm gonna need some moss for the orchids that I'm gonna mount. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do this, but I think I'm gonna stick this one in this little crevice here, and I'm hoping that it does good. I'm gonna glue these somewhere like this. I don't know, I have to play around with these, right? But yeah, I think this is gonna be a nice little project. Look at this one, beautiful. I don't know, I have to So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start playing around with it and figure out how it is that I want to mount these. I think I like this. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, I think I like the other side better. I can also do this. What do you guys think? It's hard, isn't it? I'm not so creative, you guys. I just figured I'd try something. Well, I'm gonna struggle here for a bit while I try to figure it out. And before I start gluing, I'll let you guys know how it goes. I think I'm gonna do this one on this side, just here. Then I have no use for these unless I mount on like an orchid or something on it, but I'm just like hang it. But I feel like they're so pretty. Look at this. I think I'm gonna use this one for that, and I'm gonna put my bubble phylum on this one that's struggling with humidity. I feel like it might do good. So what do you guys think of this so far? Definitely gonna mount this one right there. I'm gonna use and put some moss here, and hopefully it does good. I was debating whether to put one here. Well, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna start putting on the orchids, and I don't know how this is gonna work. So I'm gonna use some moss definitely here, right? But I'm gonna secure it, but I think I'm gonna use a little bit of the hot glue on the stem just to kind of keep it in place. I had some moss left from when I repotted earlier, but it's like the bottom of like the whatever I had left, so I don't know if it's that good of a quality. I just opened up my new pack, but I forgot to soak it, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so kind of like how these look, but I feel like they're too big, and I really don't want to put nothing on the edges, because I think that if I hang it, this is where I'm going to drill the holes, and that's where I'm going to mount it from. So okay, so let me grab my stapler. I forgot to tell you guys I would be using my staple gun. I didn't realize I was gonna use it until just now, so excuse me. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna staple some of the moss here, and hopefully you can see that. Just a small layer of it, nothing big. See, it's just to hold enough there, so when I put the orchid and I secure it, it's sitting on a bed of sphagnum moss. There you go. And I'm going to use some of this to secure it. Obviously I'm going to try to make it pretty. See, it's just enough sphagnum moss there. And I'm gonna glue this one right here. I'm gonna take my hot glue gun, just a tiny bit, right there. Let's hope that worked. There. See that? Now I'm gonna take a piece long enough, and I don't know if you guys have seen those what are they called? Cocodomus, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, those round balls of moss, right, that people put their orchids in. Well, I feel that it would look prettier if they used some of the stuff to secure it instead of like the fish line. But then again, you can't see the fish line, so it's perfect. But so I'm gonna use some more moss. This is probably a little too much, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna staple a little bit there, because I want eventually the roots to grow right and be in like a bed of moss. But I'm not too worried about that right now. But I do want enough moss. Definitely would help if I had a third hand to hold this here while I... Okay. I'm gonna use my cup of water here. There we go. You use what you can, right? All right. So, anyways, what I was saying, right, is that I love how the jute twine looks wrapped around, and what happens is that the jute twine breaks down, right, because it, you know, with the water and time, it just breaks down. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it just like that, and then I'm gonna cross it over down here at the bottom, you know, like when you tie your shoes, just like that. Secure it there, and then I want to run this underneath my leaf to hold my moss there, and this other end, this one, the other end, I'm running it across just like that, and I have enough to tie a knot. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Hold it back here before I drop it. Remove this, my mason jar with my fresh water. There, see? Beautiful, right? So, I have this here, so I'm just gonna tie a knot right there. See that? Beautiful, right? Or stuff some of the moss there. And now once hopefully if the orchid gets established, this will fall off, roots were gonna be everywhere, and it's gonna be beautiful. So I hope. Either way, the orchid is secure because I used some of the hot glue. Now the other one, I want to put it in here, right? You see that right there? Yeah. I'm gonna stuff that with moss all the way in there. Should stay in place. Because if the roots start growing in there, I want them to have some type of moisture. There. And you can't even see it, right? Yeah. Now, this is just me winging it, so don't judge too much. Alright, so right there. I don't even think I have to glue this one, you guys. Look at that. There, can you see this better? You see that? I don't even think I have to glue this. Just gonna stuff some moss in there. And then I'm just gonna tie it with some jute twine there. I don't even think I need to use the stapler here. I guess I'm gonna just do it for this moss here. Alright, so I used the staple in there. I noticed my camera was stopped, it wasn't running, so I don't know how much I recorded as of right now. I have to review it. But in case I didn't get it in there, I stuffed moss in that little crevice that was in there. I used one staple right here to keep some of it in place. And now I'm just getting some moss and pretty much gonna put it right here, and then I'll go over it with the jute twine just like I did with the other one. There. This is new moss. So there are longer strands. See that? So earlier I just used whatever I had left. And it was short and just pieces. It was not good quality anymore. So right there. And I hope this really solves my problem, you guys, with these orchids, because I haven't had any luck potted, and I've had them for months now. So I don't know what it is. So I'm going to take some jute twine once more. This one's a little trickier. See if I can get it without and the trick to this is to when you cut it long enough, it doesn't matter, you'll have extra, is fine. Is you want to place it somewhere where you're gonna see, like for me, that's where my moss is at right now. That's where I want to start, right the middle. Then I can just wrap it around the other direction. And this one is coming this direction, and kind of like crisscross it. Just enough to hold the moss in place. You don't need to be like there we go. You don't need to be like extra or oh my god, I need a bigger table, you guys. I definitely need a bigger table. There. Hopefully you can see it and it's lifted. Yeah, you don't need to be extra. Now if you feel that, see right there, if you feel that's not tight enough, you can always add an extra layer of jute twine. So it's a little awkward here to rotate it, but right behind here I have my knot, and this is my longest, so I'm just gonna make the knot here, and then what I can do is staple a little more moss to the back side of it if I wanted to now, or just wait till the roots are grown and I could just staple some more. But you see right here, I'm making my knot. It's a little hard because I can't see what I'm doing. Here's my knot. What I'm going to do is just cut there. You see I put moss all over out here. Alright, so there are my orchids. So if you see me stopping and saying Rochi, is because Rochi is right next to me. He just shoved his butt towards my thigh because he wants me to scratch his little back tail. Hi, Bobas. Hi, Bobas. You doing okay, Rochi? Oh, what is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? Oh, yeah. You want to be part of the video. You want to be part of the video. Alright guys, well this is my final product. I think I'm going to end up buying maybe 1 or 2 different varieties, and then I'm going to put them around because I think it looks a little too bare. But I used up pretty much everything that I had nowhere to put, and I think it looks good. I might even end up adding another orchid on that end. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is still a work in progress. I think this is okay for now, and it's just gonna sit on one of my dressers as the centerpiece, or as the display, I guess. I shouldn't say centerpiece, as the display. And yeah, I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. So do let me know what you guys think. Like I was saying, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns for me, do let me know in the comments below. I do respond to my comments, you guys, so feel free. Sometimes it takes me a little longer, but I do get through them. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, share, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell to receive notifications. And well, that's it, you guys. Bye.